I'm pretty sure we basically cracked the code on what the timeline here is, guys, and I think we got confirmed today. A billion USDT was just minted at Tether Treasury. This could impact Bitcoin to go higher in the short term, guys, right? So maybe things are turning a little bit bullish before things do turn more bearish. But crypto czar David Sachs says crypto bill is very close. And look at what Donald Trump says. Okay, so this just came out. He says, the Senate just passed an incredible bill that is going to make America the undisputed leader in digital assets. I told you, and we said it from the beginning of time, that America does not want to get left behind. And when they do enter, it's going to be a leapfrog moment. And look what's happening, right? A shift has occurred. Nobody will do it better. It is pure genius, right? The Genius Bill. Digital assets are the future, and our nation is going to own it. We are talking about massive investment in big innovation. Cough, cough, XRP. In my opinion, please like today's video. The House will hopefully move lightning fast and pass a clean Genius Act. Get it to my desk as soon as possible. No delays, no add-ons. This is an American brilliance at its best. This is America brilliance at its best, and we are going to show the world how to win with digital assets like never before. So here's the game plan. It seems like this bill is coming soon, guys, right, to a town near you, and it's going to get passed with no delays. What is crazy to me is, wow. So look at this. Both across the finish line by Trump's own August deadline. And so it begins was one of the House members' reaction to all of this, right, to the Genius Bill. That's so crazy. And so it begins, huh? I've heard that somewhere else before. Do you guys know where? I'm pretty sure you do if you watch this channel. What's the deadline? August. What did we talk about? Law by August. That's so strange how our timeline got confirmed today. That means the bottom will probably occur end of July, end of next month. Germany to finalize new trade deal with the United States before end of summer. Isn't that strange that a lot of bullish energy will be flowing in to the cryptocurrency market August timeframe, shall we say? European Union says it will take. It says trade talks with the United States are advancing. Odd, right? So there's a huge, big move for Bitcoin imminent, guys. And as we can see, this is the Bitcoin daily Bollinger Bands, tightest since February. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. How this fits perfectly into our theory here, right? Whenever the Bollinger Bands get tight, guys, right? A big move always occurs. A big move always occurs. And it's getting there. So here's the game plan. Here's what I think will happen. This isn't financial advice. Please like today's video. I first want to mention, if $103,000 is broken, Bitcoin will probably go to 94K, retrace, and then down to 88K. Those are my thoughts. I've been saying that Bitcoin needs to hold $103,000. It's very significant. Why? Let's go back in time. Okay. How much support do we see here, guys? Just look at this, right? And these lines I drew a long time ago, not just today. So 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all throughout here, all throughout there. And then coming back here, right, to the previous, it was holding as support and resistance here as well, guys. Right? Look at this. Held as resistance. Right? This was end of last year. So $103,000, it's like extremely important. If we hold this level, we're gonna pump. If we break through in the coming weeks, we're gonna die. Okay, but I think it matches up with our timeline here, which matches up with XRP must hold $2.10, right, which is equivalent to Bitcoin's $103,000. XRP must hold $2.10. I mean, if it holds, we're gonna pump. What I think may happen here with Bitcoin is something like this, guys. Okay, we may pump here because a lot of people are turning a little bit bearish, right? Sweep the liquidity and come all the way down, and then finally, the more times you touch a support region, guys, it will get breaking through, right? It will get broken through at some point in time because you're just touching it too much, right? The people who have already bought, so the buying pressure is lessening around this region. So we have to escape from here. If we don't, we're gonna die, guys. But what I think will happen here, which fits the August timeline again, like this, guys. Okay, and all the way down to 88K before we pump back up to sweep the highs. Okay, and that matches up to end of July, I think. End of July, and then August, the trade talks are going to get greenlit, right? And then plus the bill will be get passed by the president by August as well. Okay, so things are looking. I think we cracked the code on its head, guys. Right, that means for XRP it will do something like this, right? If it were to go, and then all the way down, right, all the way down until it reaches its bottom. So what are we thinking here? Now, again, I don't think we're out of the woods yet because Trump privately approved the attack plans, okay, for I, but has withheld final order. Don't you guys see? So it seems like they're going to go through with this plan of attacking that other region, right, which will plummet cryptos. I do not believe it's yet, though. I believe they may go for some highs, right, before they dump it, because I know a lot of people are short around these regions. Not to mention, look at this. Have you guys noticed something? The previous XRP pump, did it grab that liquidity or no? It didn't. You guys see that? They're going to come for these highs, I believe, before they actually go for the kill, which is the dump, right? Then news such as this, America would have joined the battle, right? Would plummet the cryptos down. So those are my thoughts of what's happening here. I don't think we're out of the woods. I think by end of next month we will be, though, right? Before new all-time highs are created, then probably the recession takes place soon thereafter. Trump says we are long beyond a peaceful times with I. We are looking for a total, complete victory. And that's it, right? And he's not playing any games, guys. That's how people are asking, okay, how can XRP dump that low, right? For it to create a new low from this previous pivot. It's because due to external factors, right? A lot of people will become fearful. And Trump isn't playing any games. He wants total, complete victory, right? Which will make the market spooked or frightened. Britain is considering participating against I, right? If the United States intervenes. There you guys go. So it seems like they all are trying to jump in. Now, isn't it a little bit strange that the United States will likely fight, right, 3 different events or crises against R, C, and I, right? From Palantir. Alex Karp says this was in August 17th of 2024. So these people, Palantir, certain institutions, companies, the insiders know the plans ahead of time. Why did they time this event, by the way, to get launched like quite recently? It's because I truly do believe they're going to be looking for this move, right? I truly do believe it, guys. Again, which comes to end of next month will be the bottom, right? So something like this. Look at that. That's August. August, beautiful, guys, right? Then by September, August, September, we move up, right? September, October, we're probably at new all-time highs, right? And then probably the recession occurs. Okay, so those are my thoughts, and it's quite sinister because the reason they brought upon this war, or the reason they brought upon this right here, what's happening with the world right now, is to move prices down. Right? They needed an excuse and they got one. But BlackRock seems bullish though because they just keep buying so much Bitcoin. They just bought 6,000 Bitcoin yesterday. What is that? And then this other healthcare firm buys $20 million worth of Bitcoin. Right? So they're all buying, but it all depends on the Fed as well. The Fed still hasn't changed their stance, and this happened today. The Fed leaves interest rates unchanged. They just held rates again. And now the meeting is still saying for July of the 30th, they're going to hold rates again. This will not come down. I promise. This will not come down unless there's a recession, a black swan that takes every market down, which completely aligns with their timeline. as I said before, guys, what is that? It's this right here. Let me show you guys. The Fed hasn't cut rates. They're waiting for a recession. They're waiting for a big black swan to occur before they do, which means we pump. So this is, look at that. This is fall time frame. That's fall time frame. We're at the top, probably. I don't know how high it will go. I don't think it will go too high. That's just my opinion. It could. I don't know. We'll look for bearish divergences up here. This for XRP, and it connects to every other crypto and stocks. And probably it's just going to go like this, right? Towards 2026. And then from 2026, we rise. Because the Fed will cut emergency cut rates heavy throughout this area. Print 30 trillion right here. We pump to new all-time highs, and this is where the actual heavenly pump occurs, or demonic pump. I guess it depends on how you see it. And XRP will go to $20 to $100. Okay. So they're waiting. As I'm saying, they should hike rates because they could collapse it all right now, but they choose not to. Trump says the Fed probably won't cut today, and Chair Jerome Powell is not a smart guy. To me, he looks smart, but he says the economy is in a solid position. For now, it is.
Maximum employment. Elevated uncertainty, the economy is in a solid position. The unemployment rate remains low, and the labor market is at or near maximum employment.
Interesting, huh? So the Fed says uncertainty has diminished, but is still elevated. Let's see. Interest rate futures increased likelihood of rate cut beginning in September. Done. Ding. Cracked. The code has been cracked. Vol time frame is probably when they cut rates. And it's going to be most likely due to a recession when every altcoin, or not every altcoin, when all these cryptos sweep the previous all-time highs. Right? Or the main ones, Bitcoin, ETH. Maybe not even ETH. Maybe. XRP for sure. Summary of the Fed Chair Powell's comment. We'll likely get a place to a place where rate cuts are appropriate, right? Again, they need to see severe headwinds. Fed will make smarter decisions if they wait a couple of months. Why do you think they are waiting? Exactly, for them to induce a black swan event, right? Fed expects meaningful amount of inflation in coming months. You guys see how inflation is still a problem, and they still are saying it's a problem, right? That's going to go higher, not lower. It means for them to bring inflation down, it will need to. The only way it will come down is due to a black swan event. I'm telling you, literally, right? So there it is, guys. Because of tariffs, inflation because of tariffs. 2 rate cuts in 2025, likely Q4, right? Yeah, I think after that, when they do print so much money and they cut rates, is when we will totally fly to literally new all-time highs. 7 Fed officials see no rate cuts at all in 2025. 2 does see 1 rate cut. 8 sees 2 rate cuts. 2 sees 3 rate cuts. I'm thinking like a lot, but heavy rate cuts. That's what I think will happen. So there it is, guys. I think the timeline is pretty clear, honestly. August, end of July, probably around the bottom, then pump in August to September, maybe even October, then the recession occurs, and then die, and then fly when they do print so much money. Now, financial advice, we literally got confirmed today, and there it is. What is this? So, see ya.